It's going to be about the 100-watt wireless charging on the Honor phone, okay? Because the phone is honorable, as in it's not sketchy at all. So China has stolen enough technology from us to finally create phones that are better than the ones we have, allegedly. Over the years, their phones have gotten much better. We can see examples like the OnePlus. It is now a phone I would recommend today. Although I don't endorse anything they do with the Uyghurs and all that other stuff. Wait, can I even say that on YouTube? Probably not. I don't endorse any of their humanitarian issues or anything like that. But some of the stuff they're making now is getting a lot better, and they're actually making strides in certain technological areas where we are falling behind, as in the United States. Not we as in Asian people like me, but the United States. So this new phone from them, by the way, big shout out to New England Crypto for linking us the story and the content suggestions. Again, if you guys want us to talk about or investigate or look at things, maybe talk about on the podcast, drop it in content suggestions and we'll take a look at it. It can also be used in a video in the future. You'll never know. So it can do 100 watts wirelessly on charging. It can do 50% charge in 15 minutes. And this is the new Magic 4 Pro phone. Now, I'm not going to focus much on the phone specs, but rather the technology, all right? Real quick, the phone has a 6,400 milliamp battery. Allegedly, in 30 minutes, it can go to a full charge. It also
That's a huge battery.
It's a big battery. That's a big battery, guys. Allegedly, it can go to a full charge in just 30 minutes on a wired connection. On wireless, obviously, it can't do too much because it'll probably overheat. That part wasn't really made clear in the documentation I was reading. But, like, that's pretty nice. Imagine going to Starbucks with your phone. You put it on the table next to the charging pad, and you have your coffee for 5 minutes. You leave, your phone's at full charge from dead. You know, like, essentially, this was very nice technology to where we are able to pump a lot of energy into a battery, allegedly pretty safely. Those coils have to be pretty decent to handle all that amperage and stuff, so I don't really know how well this would work in reality. It sounds kind of not, because if anyone that knows anything about batteries, they don't like to be charged hard or fast. They like to go slow and slow. That causes them to last the longest. You don't want to discharge them too hard. You don't want to charge them too hard. They like going easy. So, I say all this
One
to
thing
say...
I would say...
Yeah, go ahead.
Just in terms of like battery, everything. For me, on a phone at least, I don't particularly need like a big battery and quick charging. Usually for me, it's one or the other. So if I had a big battery that I only had to charge overnight and that was it, great. You know, I don't really need it to charge quickly if I'm doing it once a day. On the other side of that, if I have to charge a phone a bit more frequently, let's say it's half the size, but it charges to full in 25, 30 minutes, then I really, that's fine too. I think what most manufacturers probably prioritize is the portability, the size of the phone, the feel of the phone, the weight of the phone, stuff like that, and quick charging before they throw in like a giant battery, which that really is a giant battery. Yeah, but tell me some more.
I'd be more, I was going to say the last thing. So what they used to do when they first made phones with batteries, like lithium-ion, lithium polymer batteries, was they cut off the last 20 and the first 20. So you only had 60% of the battery. And as the battery would wear, it would open up that capacity. Today, every phone goes to the extreme top and extreme bottom. There's a little bit of voltage.
That ends up...
Oh, go ahead.
Yeah, I've seen that's more configurable now. I guess enough people have demanded that is their choice. So I know on my laptop, at least, it's like you can only charge this to 60% if you only want to charge it to 60%.
Yeah, there's a lot of apps like that too.
Yeah, go ahead.
I was going to say, I would be more happier if they did that with the big battery versus giving me the total capacity, because then I like consistency. I don't want my phone to not work as well 6 months from now. You know what I mean?
Well, I don't think they degrade that quickly anyway.
Oh, mine does.
Yeah, honestly, I've had good luck with batteries.
My battery's dead by 1 p.m. every day.
On your new phone?
On my new phone. I use it that much.
You use it too much. That's the problem. You're the problem. Uh,
Wow.
yeah. Wait, do you know how many milliamp hour that battery that is?
While we're talking about it, I'll look it up.
Yeah. So I had a phone a few years ago that had a 5,000 milliamp hour battery, and that was huge. That was
I
like for me. What?
So, according to Google's own website, it's a 5,003 milliamp hour battery.
That
No,
makes all the difference.
not 5,000, 5,003. Okay.
They were like, Samsung has 5,002. We have 5,003.
Go ahead, Andrew.
That's a good size battery. That's actually a really good size battery. But
Yeah.
the thing is, not only is it about use, it's about how powerful the phone is. So you have a pretty powerful phone.
Yeah, I'll have to admit, I'm usually doing things on Discord. I'm usually doing calculations for machining. I'm usually either listening to or watching a video. The phone screen is basically on all the time. From 6:30 a.m. to 1 p.m., the screen is never off. Like, I'm using it, and it's hot all the time.
Is that a high refresh rate screen?
Yes, it's at 120 hertz.
Yeah, so that's a big factor too.
Yeah, I mean, come on, dude, it's me. I run my phone at 100% all the time, no matter what. There's no
Yeah.
the gas pedal on my phone is a toggle. Okay, it's on or off. There's no granularity here.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, I mean,
Andrew,
you have the features. You might as well use them.
yeah. So let's just finish up with this phone thing. We'll read chat, then we'll go into the next one. I was gonna say, Andrew, did you in your experience, right? You said you wanted either fast charging or a big battery, right?
Yeah.
So how about this? Why not a new battery that's safe and has a ton of capacity, but takes a long time to charge?
Like, I would be totally fine with that.
Like it has like 1,500 milliamps. Okay,
That's
1,500. Okay, but one problem: it only charges at 1C.
1C?
So 1C in lithium-ion batteries, the C rating is the times of its capacity you could charge it at. So 1,500
Are you saying
milliamp hours.
1,500 or 15,000?
15,000. Sorry.
Okay, yeah.
So 15 watts or whatever.
Honestly,
depends
I
on the
might
voltage
be in
and
the
all.
minority. I think any battery that big at this point is just going to be like too heavy of a phone.
No. Same
But-
size
All right, yeah. In this fantasy world.
in this fantasy world.
Yeah, honestly, if it took 6 or 8 hours to charge, dude, I'd be fine with that.
No, it takes the same amount of time as it
Oh,
discharges.
15 hours?
Yeah.
Oh, what?
Yeah.
Then it would take like 48 hours.
Yeah. So okay, now I'll give you the other scenario. This phone
Yeah.
has a 500 milliamp hour battery, but it charges in 2
Yeah, right.
seconds. 2 seconds.
Right. Yeah, that's not
Which
bad.
one's more convenient,
Second one.
right? And I think this is where
Yeah.
phones are going. They're going to start making smaller batteries with faster
Well,
charging.
Do you have wireless charging and do you use it?
Yes, every day.
Yeah. So I have
Because
a wireless charging pad.
Saves the port.
Yeah. So I have a wireless
Yeah,
charging pad next to my bed. I
There.
have one on my desk and I have one in the car. So throughout the day, I probably end up charging my phone a few times at least. Not actually because I need to, but because it's convenient.
Yeah. We're just laying it down.
Like when I get in the car, I throw it in the stand, which is a wireless charger. And I like to do that anyway, just because navigation ends up draining it. But yeah, I mean, I don't particularly. 2 years ago, 3 years ago, whenever, I wanted a big battery in my phone because I wanted it to last all day at least.
Mm-hmm.
No matter what, because I never know if I'm gonna have access to a charger. Now it's kind of less of an issue with wireless charging, and battery. What are they called? Portable battery banks, whatever you want to call them.
Yeah.
In a pinch, you can always use one of those. But it just doesn't seem to be as much of an issue for me now as it used to be. So
It really isn't.
yeah. So I would sacrifice a longer battery. When you call
Higher
it, time between
capacity for
charges.
faster charging.
Yeah, and to have a smaller, thinner phone, whatever you want to call it. Not that I'm like all about that thinnest possible phone. I'm not part of that group. But when faced with one that has like a giant battery wart on the back, I'd rather have one that doesn't.
Yeah, exactly. A big fat, butt coming off of it.
Yeah.
We're not phone shaming, by the way. We appreciate every phone shape and size. Every phone is special. Okay.